y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm so excited to be filming a bookshelf tour today. It's gonna be crazy. I don't even know plans. I don't even know what this is gonna be like, but we're here. I've organized my shelves the best I can, and I just finished counting all my books. How did this happen? I don't know. Okay. So the number of books I have on this shelf was 393, I want to say, on these three shelves. Then I had some more over here. Then I had some over here. I added up 536 books. Yeah, so book problems. But I am going to show you my bookshelves. These are my primary bookshelves. If you saw me when I very first started my channel, I had these little bitty shelves that were in my closet, and I just have one in there. So there's some books on it. I'll show you at the end. And then I've had to like move some on this dresser over here in this closet. It's a problem. But we're here, and I just can't wait to show y'all this. So just a lot of books, but hey, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this and not be too shaky, so bear with me, y'all. But here's the first shelf. This is the farthest shelf on the left here. We have Assassin's Apprentice, Assassin's Quest, and Royal Assassin. These are the Farseer trilogy from Robin Hobb. I've yet to read them, but I want to read Assassin's Apprentice as soon as possible. Then we have Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. I have definitely read that. I read that in 2017, and I had a lot of fun with it. I'd love to reread it. The Final Empire, The Well of Ascension, and The Hero of Ages. 3 books in the Mistborn trilogy, and I've not read any of those. I did start it, but didn't get anywhere, so need to go back to it. Then I have Ship of Magic, Robin Hobb at the end. I guess really that should be closer to the other Robin Hobb, but hey. And then we've got my Narnia books. I've only read The Magician's Nephew. Really need to get back on that in 2023. That should be a goal of mine. I haven't really made my goals yet, but hey, here we are. And then we have got the Tolkien books, Hobbit, Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King. And I'm going to pull, some of these I'll pull out, some I won't, but these are my favorites. I got these on Pango. I really just wanted these editions. These are from the 90s. Two Towers and Return of the King. So I bought each of these separately, but hey, so this is what I would call my fantasy shelf. And then up top, on the very top of the shelf, we have the Lord of the Rings box set. It's just a box set that I had from a while back, and me and my husband took pictures with these in our engagement pictures. So that was fun because I had like a lightly themed Middle-earth wedding. I will link the video where I talked about that and showed pictures. We have the Great Tales of Middle-earth. There's the children. I can't say these names. Okay, I'm not going to try. You can see them. Then we have an encyclopedia of Tolkien. Love this so much. It is amazing. I can't wait to dive into it. Next year, I really want to get more into Tolkien's writing and just some of his other works. I want to finish The Lord of the Rings, because I've only read The Hobbit and the first Fellowship of the Ring, but I really want to kind of get back into it. And then here, of course, we have the Encyclopedia of Tolkien, and then we have The Fall of Numenor, and just the inside of this, y'all. I mean, look at this. Wow, the Balrog, everything. Like, I've only dipped my toes, you know, like I know very, very little. So I'm excited. I guess I know more than I think I do. I should give myself credit for, but yeah. Then we go down into the romance shelf. This is Becky Wade, Tony Shalhoub, Courtney Walsh, Tammy L. Gray, and Nicole Deese. We love to see it. So we've got All That Really Matters, All That It Takes by Nicole Deese. These two are amazing books. I love them so much. Just great romance, great faith. I gave them both 5 stars. And Nicole Deese actually just won a Christie Award for this. So hey, we'd love to see it. And then we have the State of Grace series by Tammy L. Gray. I have a whole series review on this. I will link it. But I absolutely love this series. I give it like a 5-star overall. Book 3 fell pretty flat for me, but y'all already know that. Book 1 and 2, I love them. Gave both of them 5 stars. So these covers also, I'm trying to bring them out. This is like a pretty tight squeeze on this, y'all. But these covers are some of my most favorite covers. They are the gradient style. Everything about these are my favorites. So, yeah, I absolutely adore these covers. Just wonderful. And then we have My Hope Next Door, My Unexpected Hope by Tammy L. Gray as well. Want to read those. I've not read those. Then we have some Courtney Walsh, What Matters Most, Is It Any Wonder, If For Any Reason. I've never read any of those, but I got those each for $5. I don't even know the order, if they're in, they look like they're kind of connected with the covers and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know if they're connected or anything. I'm sure they are, but it's like a Nantucket, let's see, Nantucket love story. Yeah, these are all connected, it looks like. So, I don't know what the order is, but they're here. Got them for $5 each. So, I want to read more of her books to see kind of how I feel. Then we have In Search of a Prince by Toni Shallow. I adored these. And To Win a Prince. I adored these, y'all. This is book 1. Amazing royalty Christian read. Definitely got some great faith. I just love her books so much. She is a new favorite author for me, especially after reading these 2 books. The covers are phenomenal. Just love it. I really like the first one. I gave it 4.5 stars, and then this one I gave 5 stars. I like the second one a little bit more for the faith element and everything going on with the guy and that. It was awesome. So yeah. So, and then we go into Becky Wade. I do have some of her novellas somewhere else. I couldn't fit them on this shelf. I'll show those later. But we have My Stubborn Heart, 5 stars. Amazing. Loved it. Read it this year. Undeniably Yours, Meant to Be Mine, Love One and Only, A Love Like Ours. I don't know if this is in any order at all. I think this one's the first one, but I don't remember about these. I've not read these, but I cannot wait to get into them because I want to read all of Becky Wade's books. She was just, I think, she just received a Christie Award into like their Hall of Fame. Amazing. She's such a great Christian romance author. Then we have Stay With Me, one of my favorite books ever. Just loved it so much. It just is the first Becky Wade book I ever read, and I adored it. The story is just such a great romance. Then I want to read Let It Be Me, and then Turn to Me. This is book 2 and 3 in this series. You can kind of tell the script is the same. And then we have True to You, Sweet on You, and Falling for You. And again, I don't know if these are in order. I think these are the order for the Bradford Sisters romance. But yeah, so there's all the romance, y'all. All right. Now we go into the Outlander shelf, and I'll try to be brief, honey. But here is the overview here. These books are huge. I have read every one of them. These are my little mugs that I have on here. This did go through the dishwasher, so it's a little smudged, but that's a saying that is said in the show and the book and all this stuff. And of course, y'all already know Sassenach. It means Outlander, so there you go. So that's the other cup I got. But I've got my bookmarks here, all the good things. And so I'm going to move that out of the way. Move those out of the way. Let's talk about the books. I did throw the Witcher series in over here. I'm still sad about Henry leaving the show. Honey, I'm not happy about that, but anyway. But I've got the first 2 books over here. I read the first one. So there's that. And then we have Outlander book 1. I've got 2 copies of that. This one is signed. This is the anniversary edition. I really like this cover. I think it looks good. And it's like that puffy feeling. And then we got book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is like the novella collections all together. Then we have the Outlander kitchen, where it's got like the different recipes and things I would love to try. I picked those up. Yep, just love these. So that is my Outlander shelf. And now we kind of have a mixed bag here of random, I don't even know. We've got some nonfiction thrown in here with some secular young adult fiction. It's all over the place. Some romance, a couple Christian romances as well. So yeah, this is like my mixed bag. Everybody has that shelf. So first we're gonna go into, this is the America's First Daughter. This is a historical fiction. I've not read it. Then I've got The Bookwoman's Daughter and The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek. These two, actually that's, let me move that around, honey. I tried to do left to right. So this is book 1, and then this is book 2. And then we've got The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, The Inheritance Games, The Hawthorne Legacy. This is book 1 and 2. And book 3 doesn't have paperback out yet, so I haven't gotten it. I have not read these yet, but I really want to pick them up to see what I think. Kind of get back into the YA feeling for a little bit. And then we've got a Susan May Warren thrown in here, You Don't Know Me. One Thing I Know by Kara Isaac. I really want to read her books. Oshina has raved about them, so can't wait. Then we have Sarah Adams, When in Rome. I love that cover. The Cheat Sheet. Love it. Can't wait to read those 2. Then I have these 2 books by Dulcie Dameron. She sent me these. I did read Not Since You, and I think I gave it 3.5 stars. And then I do want to read Now With You at some point. It's a little novella. Then we have a couple of the Becky Wades. Then Came You. This is a Bradford Sisters novella. And then You and Me, Misty River novella. And then we have C.S. Lewis, The Screwtape Letters. We have Tacos for Two. And if you haven't read this, this is really cute. I give it 4 stars. I would have liked to see some faith content in it, but overall, it was just such a cute little romance. I loved it. And then we have The Do-Over, Bethany Turner. I love this cover, but I haven't read it yet. Tozer, you already know. Then we've got John's Story. I started this and didn't finish it, so I want to get back to it at some point. Christy talked about this, and so it was an insta-buy. This is really, wonderful. It's all about John, of course, in the Bible. And then we have Mama Bear Apologetics. Picked that up recently. Want to try to get to that. Then we've got book 1 and 2 from Melissa Tagg, Autumn by the Sea. I love these covers. I really want to read her books. But then we have A Seaside Wonder. I think this would look beautiful with the fairy lights, doesn't it? To take a picture, like, hey, there you go. So I really want to read her next year for sure. I'm probably going to read those in the spring. Be great for the spring. I really want to read her for sure. Can't wait. Then we have some Tim Tebow. I talked about these in my wrap-up. I loved this book, annotated it like crazy. Clanlands, Almanac. I have read this, listened to it on audio. Sam and Graham are hilarious. Talk all about Scotland. And then we have another Tim Tebow, Mission Possible. Loved it. Talked about it in my wrap-up. And then we have Sam Hewins, Waypoints, His Scottish Journey. Also talked about it in my recent wrap-up. So, yeah, this is the random shelf of the day. And this is extremely random, okay? We're just stacked to the nth degree on this one. We stacked. I'm out of space, but hey. So we've kind of got a random selection of some Christian fiction, secular fiction, just everything, non-fiction, everything in between. So let's do it. Over here you've got a Robin Carr book. I threw it up there because these 2 are a Virgin River, but this one's a different size. It's much smaller than these, so I just kind of throw them up here. So that's the Virgin River that I have. And then we have the Vanderbeekers. Really want to get into that. I'd love to read that this Christmas if I can. We'll see. Then we have the first 2 in the Poldark series. And I picked up the covers that have the show characters on it because reasons. Yeah, especially, let's just, okay, moving on. Miriam girl, you know, okay. Anyway, so got that. I'm all over the place. Then we've got the Love and Gelato series. I've never read these, but picked them up when they were on sale. So that's the first 3 books there. This is the first one, second one, third one, I'm pretty sure. And then I've got some Terry Blackstock thrown in there. Predator, Intervention, Truth Stained Lies, Smokescreen, If I Run. And I have read the whole If I Run series. Loved it. I only own the first one, but I've read all 3 because I listened to the other 2 on audio. I also read Truth Stained Lies. That was awesome. So I can't wait to read more of her books. Then we've got some random, I still got the Goodwill sticker on the Lady in the Attic and the package. I think those are, let's see, what's it say? Annie's Attic Mysteries. I don't know anything about those, but we're here. And then I picked up, okay, now I can't say this. Ove. I think a lot of people say Ove, but is it Uve? I don't know, but a man called Ove will say. And this is the Christie Award Book of the Year, y'all. The Secret Keepers of Old Depot Grocery by Amanda Cox. I've never read anything at all by this author, so I'm so excited to pick it up, especially since it won that award. Then, How May I Offend You Today, Savannah B. Lewis. I picked that up recently, if you saw my vlog. The Personal Librarian. The Testament. Y'all, The Testament, 5-star. It's a hidden gem. It's a beautiful story. Mere Christianity. I read it and really liked it. Finley Donovan is killing it. Gave it 4 stars. Need to continue on with book 2. Just a really great mystery. Then we've got, of course, like I said, the Virgin River series. I watched the first episode in Virgin River and liked it, so I hope I would like the books. In Another Time, The Last Bookshop in London, When Crickets Cry, The Letter Keeper, The Water Keeper. And then, of course, I've got these from the Left Behind series. I've never read those, but I picked all those up at Goodwill for very cheap. So, yeah, they're like in brand new condition. Then we have a couple randoms here. Actually, all this is random. But we have The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. It's another book of the month. I ran out of space on my book of the month shelf. But I want to try Simone St. James. Several people have talked about her, and just probably next fall is when I'll pick that up. I think my time has passed for that, for the vibes. But yeah, definitely pick that up. Then we have All the Light We Cannot See. Everybody's talked about that in like the past. A lot of people have. So yeah, good historical fiction, they say. Very emotional. Tom Felton. We'll see what to say. Beyond the Wand. So I think his whole life story is probably like a memoir. So I will get to that at some point because I like Harry Potter. Then we have Good Boundaries and Goodbyes. I love her so much, so I can't wait to read that. Next to it's like one of her her Bible studies that come with that book. Then I have Letters from Father Christmas, and I did not get to talk about this in my Christmas book collection because I picked this up after. So I am so excited to have added this to my collection in the meantime because Miriam talked about this, and actually I was trying to order the smaller one, I guess, but I didn't realize how big this was going to be. But I mean, this is just pretty much talking in his letters and everything, written to his children, pretending to be Santa. And I love this so much. I mean, you've got all the different illustrations. I mean, look at this. The letters, the years. I cannot wait to get into this. I mean, just a quick flip through. Y'all. I mean, look at these. So, highly recommend this. Love these so much. I just love this. So, yeah. I've just kind of set it over here because I was like out of space. So, that was everything on that shelf. And now we are going to the second shelf. So, I've got this I can never say it. You see it right there. That one right there, okay? Silmarillion, okay, whatever. I picked that up. It's got some illustrations in it. Then I have up here a box set, A Little Princess, Anne of Green Gables, Little Women, and Heidi. And then I've got a Jane Austen, Mansfield Park. Got that at Goodwill at Collector's Edition. Anne of Green Gables, again, another edition. Northanger Abbey and The Secret Garden. I really like these editions. They're just great. I did have to return a couple though because you can kind of see some of the color was coming off, and so that one I kept, but some of the others were in banged up condition, so I had to return them. And then we have a classics shelf. This is pretty much all of the classics. Not all of the ones I have, but quite a lot of the ones I have. So we'll get started here. We've got Persuasion, Emma, The Railway Children, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Heidi, Tales of King Arthur, Jane Eyre, Black Beauty, The Secret Garden, Peter Pan, Treasure Island, Robin Hood, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and Through the Looking Glass, Northanger Abbey, Wuthering Heights, A Tale of Two Cities, Anne of Green Gables, again, I told y'all I got 3 copies, okay, I said that in one of my videos one time, I don't know what happened, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, or not Notre Dame, whatever you say, Frankenstein. Then we got some Elizabeth Gaskell. I got those at Goodwill. So I've got Ruth, North and South, and Mary Barton. Then I've got a random, I don't know who that is, Wallace Stegner, The Big Rock, Candy Mountain, random. Got the Blue Castle, Pride and Prejudice, The Secret, what's that say? The Scarlet Letter, and then Sleepy Hollow, and then Jane Austen's Sense and Sensibilities. This is kind of an overview here of the classics, just hanging out. Then we move into more Christian novels. We've got some romance, historical fiction, all that stuff. So this is that shelf, and we've got The Librarian of Boone's Hollow. This is book 1, The Librarian of Boone's Hollow, and then we have Return to Boone's Hollow. Love those books so much. My heart, I cried. It was amazing. A Dance in Donegal. And then The Lady of Galway Manor. These 2 books are amazing. 5 stars. Love them. I love Jennifer Dibble. She's a great historical fiction author. I talked about her in my, and Kim Vogel Sawyer in my historical fiction recommendations video. I also talked about Sarah Sundin and this book in that video as well. And this actually won a Christie Award this year, and I absolutely loved this book, y'all. 5 stars. Beautiful. Then we got Amanda Dykes, Yours is the Night. I love this cover. About this cover. I also like this one too, but I've not read Amanda Dykes. I feel like she's going to be a favorite, so I can't wait to get to that. I know Miriam really likes that book, so I can't wait to read it. I'm going to read it sometime next year. Then, of course, one of my top books of the year is Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp. You already know. Loved it. Sarah Brunsfold. When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Meyer. This is a time travel, I want to say time travel dual novel, I'm pretty sure. So while she's the same person. Yeah, I think this is a time travel. It's a timeless book 1. I love this cover and can't wait to read that next year as well. Then we have Once I Knew by Victoria Lynn. I've never read anything by her, but excited to get to that. I think it's fantasy, medieval style. Then we have 5 Days in the Sky by Carla Laureano. This is book 1 in the MacDonald family trilogy, and it's set in Scotland. I'm here for it, okay? We got McDonald's. Hey, we love to see it. Then we have Counted with the Stars by Connellan Cassette, and so many people love this book. It's a biblical fiction. Cannot wait. Okay. By Way of the Moonlight by Elizabeth Musser. One of my favorite books of the year. 5 stars. Waves of Mercy, Lynn Austin. Another favorite this year. 5 stars. Gotta read book 2. Lynn Austin, Legacy of Mercy. You already know. Then we have The Lost Melody by Joanna Davison Politano. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars. It was great. Heart of the Mountains, Pepper Basham. Beautiful Appalachian romance. Oh my gosh, loved it. Historical, all the things. And then we have Beneath the Bending Skies by Jane Kirkpatrick. Another favorite this year. Gave it 5 stars. Love the cover. We love a good gradient, y'all. Then we got some Julie Klassen, okay? So I have read these 2, but not these 2. And I really liked Castaway in Cornwall and Bridge to Bell Island. I gave this one 4 stars. This one 3.5. And then we've got Shadows of Swanford Abbey. This is Agatha Christie meets Jane Austen. Hey, we love to see it. Got to read that next year. That's on the list. The Painter's Daughter. I've heard this is really great as well. And then, of course, we've got some Rosanna M. White thrown in there randomly, but Shadowed Loyalty, 1920s vibe. Love the cover. So, there is that shelf. All the Christian books. Okay, these are all Christian books. Love it. Then we got what I call my Francine Rivers, but kind of mixed in with some randoms as well. So, I've run out of shelf for these big hardbacks, y'all. But, yeah, the Francine Rivers shelf, honey. We've got In the Shofar Blue, The Last Senator. Then, of course, Avoid... Oh, wait a minute. We out of order, honey. Real time. Look at this. Y'all seeing it? Did y'all see that? This is Transparency in the middle of a bookshelf. Okay, we got to turn that around. So, we've got Voice in the Wind, Echo in the Darkness, and As Sure as the Dawn. And I've not read book 3, but I loved book 1 and 2. Beautiful. Y'all already know. You see my vlog. I'll link it, but it was amazing. The series is so great. Loved it. Can't wait to read book 3 next year. Then we've got Redeeming Love. I really want to do like a 2023 like reading experience again of Redeeming Love, and then because it's been like many years since I've read it, so I'm gonna read it and then get to watch the movie and all that stuff. So I'd love to do like a vlog where I did that next year. Then we have Bridge to Haven, The Masterpiece, Her Mother's Hope, Sons of Encouragement, and A Lineage of Grace. Then The Lady's Mine. And I've not read any of those, but these I really want to get to because they are 5 stories, individual stories here. Just would love to get to those because they're short stories, and I love a good short story collection. And we have Forever Boy. This is a book that really helped me this year when dealing with my son's diagnosis of autism. This is a mother's memoir of autism and finding joy. I love that book so much. It really helped me, and I highly recommend it for anyone going through that. The Nightingale Holiday Swap. I did really like the Holiday Swap. Unfortunately, did not like the new book by Maggie Knox this year. All I Want for Christmas. Had to DNF it. I talked about it in my recent wrap-up, but yeah, in my November wrap-up, actually. And yeah, it was not for me, but I really like the Holiday Swap. It's cute and clean. Then we have Jacqueline in Paris, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. So I've not read those, but they look interesting, so we'll see. Then we've got more Christian novels. Hey, kind of mixed around here. Got some romantic suspense, historical, all the things, biblical fiction. So we'll start over here. We've got Red Ribbon, Hope Between the Pages by Pepper Basham, Daughter of Rome, The Hidden Prince, The Pharaoh's Daughter, King's Shadow, A Woman's Place, If I Were You, While We're Far Apart. Then we have a series called The Quantico Files, and it's a suspense novels, Nightfall, Deadfall, and Freefall. Then we have some romantic suspense, Lynn Blackburn, Unknown Threat, and Malicious Intent. Those are book 1 and 2. Life Flight, Crossfire by Lynette Eason. Those are, I believe, romantic suspense as well. Then we have Protecting Tanner Hollow. Those are some romantic suspense novellas. And we have Targeted. That's some romantic suspense novellas by Lynette Eason, Lynn Blackburn, and Natalie Walters. Blackout Book Club, 5 stars, loved it this year. When the Meadow Blooms, several of you said this was great, so I will be picking that up next year. Where the Road Bends by Rachel Fordham, a favorite book this year. I read it earlier this year. Present Danger, Elizabeth Goddard. I think that's also, yep, romantic suspense. And Long Way Home by Lynn Austin. I finally picked up a copy. I forgot to talk about this book in my historical recommendations, but if this is a really great story. It's just a general historical read, and it's like dual timeline in the war, and just trying to help someone who has PTSD from the war as a veteran, and it was just an amazing story, so I highly recommend that as well. And we got this shelf down here that is a hot mess, but hey, y'all know I tried to organize it the best I could, so yeah, we'll just get into it. We got Dust by Kara Swanson. That's like a Peter Pan reimagining. Really liked it. I read the first 2 books and enjoyed it. One More River to Cross by Jane Kirkpatrick. Yes, I just really need to read that. It's kind of like Oregon Trail vibes, I'm pretty sure. Here, when going from the bottom to the top, When Twilight Breaks by Sarah Sundin. Hometown Ties, Once Upon a Prince. Then we've got some Colleen Coble books, Tidewater Inn, Seagrass Pier, and Rosemary Cottage. That's a series together. It's the Echoes, Strands of Truth. I've never read Colleen Coble, so I'll get to it sometime next year. Then we have Heirlooms by Sandra Bird. Enjoyed that. The Only Woman in the Room by Mary Benedict. I've never read it, but it's a historical read. I need to get to that at some point. The Printed Letter Bookshop, Providence. Heart's Obsession. This is like all like a 5-book. I think there's might be 6 or 7 of these, like these short stories. So, Heart's Obsession, Disguise, Danger, Betrayal, and Promise. Gentle and Lonely by Dane Ortland. Loved that this year. Had some great discussions on that this summer. Then we have Boundaries. That's another nonfiction read I want to get to. The Secrets of Ember Wild, Where the Blue Sky Begins. Those 2 books I talked about recently, and I loved Where the Blue Sky Begins. I gave it 5 stars, and then The Secrets of Ember Wild, I think I gave 3.5. It was fine. Then we have Jewel of the Nile by Tessa Afshar. I want to get to it. Biblical fiction. We have some Catherine Center books over here. What You Wish For, Happiness for Beginners, How to Walk Away, Things You Save in a Fire. Then we have Jessica Kate, Girl's Guide to the Outback, which I've read and enjoyed. Love and Other Mistakes. I need to get to it. Jocelyn Green. That's a whole series I haven't even started. The Windy City Saga. The Well-Watered Woman. That is a nonfiction read. Then we have The Letter from Briarton Park by Sarah E. Ladd. The Italian Ballerina, Christy Cambron. I really want to get to it. Irene Hannon, Point of Danger. I'm pretty sure that's romantic suspense. Natalie Walters, The Snap Agency series, book 1. Lights Out. Unlocked by Karen Kingsbury. I loved that book because it just touched my heart so much. It has a main character with autism, severe autism, and it was just a beautiful story, and I cried. I related to the mom in that so much. Love that story. The Paris Dressmaker, Christy Cambron. I need to move that over next to the other Christy Cambron. But, okay, we'll keep moving on. Now, not read it, but want to. We've got this book here. Stephanie Lansom, In a Far Off Land. Beautiful, isn't it? Just look at that. I mean, just beautiful. Then we got some Laura France. One of those is set in Scotland, and I don't know about the other one, but Heart Adrift and A Bound Heart. Then there's The Love Note by Joanna Davidson Politano. Recently picked it up. Under the Tulip Tree. And then some Julie Klassen randomly thrown in here because it's like a bind up. You can see there's like a 3-in-1 value inside here, so it's got them. So then I've got All That Fills Us and Wild Montana Skies. So recently picked those up in my vlog. So that's everything on the second shelf. Y'all, this is taking a while. I didn't realize how long this would take. Okay. Right. And here we go. So up top here, we got my Harry Potter collection, Hogwarts cookbook, all the good things. I have my Book of the Month books primarily, so I will go through that. Chinko, Good Left Undone, Shaman's Crossing, Death of the Nile, A Million Junes, A River Enchanted, The Book of Cold Cases, Little Fires Everywhere, Liberty, The Wedding Dress Sewing Circle. Really want to get to it. It's historical. Run Rose Run, Dolly Parton and James Patterson. Need to get to it too. The City of Brass, Killers of a Certain Age, The Love Hypothesis. I have read it. I've debated on keeping it or not. We'll see. The Bodyguard, read it. Really enjoyed it. They Turned the World Upside Down. That's Charles Martin, nonfiction. And A Duck Commander, The Women of Duck Commander, because I love the Robertsons. Yeah. So that's everything for that shelf. if I can move this light so y'all can see better, y'all. Then we have the cozy mystery side plus my manga, okay? So on this shelf, first we have the Spy Family books. I love these so much. They're just a good time. We have Cheddar Off Dead, Buried in a Good Book, No Good Tea Goes Unpunished, Live and Let Chai, Death by Bubble Tea. I have read this and it was awesome. 4 stars. Apple Cider Slang. I read this. 5 stars. My favorite. Crime and Poetry. What a great cover. A Salted Caramel, an Amish candy shop mystery. We love to see it. Murder in the Mystery Suite. Ellery Adams. Not picked it up, but Chrissy loved it, so can't wait to read it. Murder on the Orient Express. Then we got all these. Reese Bowen. I can never say her name. Reese Bowen. I did read her Royal Spinus this year with Miriam, and we loved it, so can't wait to pick up more of her books. This is book 2, A Royal Pain. 3 is Royal Flush. 4 is Royal Blood. And this one's like random. I don't remember what number this is, but I picked it up because it was on sale somewhere. Then I've got Meet Your Baker by Ellie Alexander, A Batter of Life and Death, and On Thin Icing. This is book 1, 2, and 3. Then we have another random shelf, y'all. Okay, I don't even know what this is. But we have Cece's journal. I keep meaning to read it and I never get to it. So, yeah. Oath of the Brotherhood. I really liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. Wistress. Nadine Brandes. You already know, honey. Wistress Effect. Pull that out. Let's see it. Beautimus. We love the Wistress Effect. Fox by Nadine Brandes. Plan to read it this month. The Wonderland Trials by Sarah Ella. Haven't got to it, but the cover. Had to have that in my possession, y'all. I had to have this one, okay? You already know. Romanov by Nadine. Then we've got the Sky King Ranch series. I really liked book 1, 2, and then 3 kind of fell flat. So, but overall, good series. Then we got Dreamkeeper Saga. Book 1, what was it? The Dragon and the Stone. And The Prince and the Black. So, enjoyed those. Those were some really great, like, Christian middle grade series. Then we've got some more Anna Green Gables books. We've got Anne of Avonlea, Anne of the Island, Rainbow Valley. And then I've got some Ted Dekker books that are like middle grade. They're like a dragon series. You can see. And They Found Dragons. So, Wind Calls the Heart, Love Comes Softly, by Jeanette Oak. These are some older copies, so I picked those up at a thrift store, I want to say. Hatchet, this was a book I read as a kid and really enjoyed it. I need to reread it. Ketera, Verity, book 1 and 2. And I think, is this set kind of like, it's like a pirate something? I don't know. Harry Potter, I Am a Ravenclaw. What do y'all, if you like Harry Potter, let me know. But this is book 1 and the 20th anniversary edition. And then this is a manga called Wolf Children. Miriam read that and enjoyed it, so I picked it up when I was at the store one time. So, yeah, random shelf. I don't even know. And then we have another random kind of mixed in. We've got some young adult, historical, cozies, classics. I don't know. But we've got The Hounds of Baskerville, A Study in Scarlet, and The Sign of 4, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, The Return of Sherlock Holmes, His Last Bow. Then we've got Little House on the Prairie box set. We've got some cozies, Shady Hollow. A lot of y'all been talking about this, so I need to get to it. Then I love this. 2 part sugar, 1 part murder. It was so much fun. Great cozy. One of my favorites. I gave it 4.5. Some Agatha Christie. So I want to read this in December. Hopefully I can get to it. Poirot's Christmas. Hercule Poirot's Christmas. This is the first Poirot book. The Mysterious Affair at Styles. Picked it up at, I think it was McKay's. At Bertram's Hotel, Murder on the Orient Express, Death in the Clouds, The Labors of Hercules. I just love how these look. These covers always make me happy. Just like the consistency of the design. Something about it. Then we've got The Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries, books 1 through 4. Love this book. I really want to continue on. I'm probably going to do it via audio. I needed to get to this. I forgot for Christmas. My bad. So it's actually this is number 2. This is 4 and 3. I'm out of order. I'll have to fix that. This is book 1. I need to fix this. The orders are so out of order. But Real Murders, Aurora Tea Garden. I gave it 3.5 or 3 No, it's 3, I think. And this one was a bone to pick. I really liked it more than book 1, so I'm going to continue on in the series at some point. Then I've got Thursday Murder Club. I need to get to it. A Sprinkling of Murder. The cover is so great. Off the Chain, Janice Thompson. I really enjoyed this one, and I really enjoyed book 2. I need to get book 2 for my shelf. And then I've got Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber and The Ballad of Never After. This shelf is way out of order, my bad. But, yeah. Oh, and then The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. So here we are with that. And finally, the Christmas books. Okay, Christmas books. Y'all have pretty much already seen these, so we're just gonna go through everything real fast. Okay. Christmas Camp, Cat in the Christmas Tree. Actually, this one you probably didn't see. I don't remember. Did y'all see this one? I don't remember. Anyway, I got that. Treasury of Christmas Miracles. Debbie, you've probably not seen this one because this one's pretty recent. Alaskan Holiday, I can't say her name. Christmas Carol, The Bridge, Karen Kingsbury, really want to get to it. I'd like to watch the movie. Catching Christmas, White Christmas Inn, Christmas at the Cupcake Cafe, Christmas at Little Beach Bakery, Christmas at Island, I ain't gonna open these. Christmas at Island Hotel, All I Want for Christmas, which is different than that one I was reading. This is somebody else. The Christmas Dress, Christmas Shopaholic, love this cover. A Joyful Christmas, Baby It's Cold Outside, The Mistletoe Countess, can't wait. Manchester Christmas, Chasing Christmas, Christmas Tales, The Christmas Swap, A Quilt for Christmas. I loved this so much, y'all. You got to read it, okay? It's one I could read every year. A Christmas in the Alps, The Christmas Joyride, Angels in the Snow, Christmas in Winter Hill, Christmas at Harrington's, and Finding Father Christmas. And so that's all the Christmas books. All right, y'all. So over here in my closet, I've got like a random selection here because I don't have anywhere to put these. So we've got Red Rising, The Socialite, In Real Life, When Stars Rain Down, On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness. It's a Winged Feather saga. The Summer House, Man in the Blue Moon, On Summer Tide, The 49th Mystic, and The Good, the Bad, and the Grace of God by Jep and Jessica Robertson. So I've got them kind of just chilling up there in this closet. And then I've got, let's see, some young adult at the bottom. So we got Warcross, Eliza and Her Monsters, The Wrath of the Dawn, The Rose and the Dagger, Forever Hidden, Snowflower and the Secret Fan, Sunkissed, Summer by the Tides, Truly Devious, and I've got some Colleen Hoover. They're signed with my name. I ain't got rid of them for that reason, but I don't plan to read her anymore. Then I've got Lee Strobel, another J.R. Tolkien, Jesus Calling, Pilgrim's Progress, Waiting Shop, Gifted, Random Elizabeth Gaskell, Sylvia's Lovers, Station 11, The Paris Seamstress, The Promised Land, Red Dorian, When the Last Rose Blooms, The Heart of Betrayal, The Kiss of Deception, The Woman of In the Green Dress, Before I Wake, and then I've got some Rosanna M. White and Sarah Sundin. So On Wings of Devotion, A Portrait of Loyalty, A Name Unknown, An Hour Unspent, The Name of Love, Imperfect Time, On Distant Shores, With Every Letter, A Memory Between Us, Blue Skies Tomorrow, A Distant Melody, Through Waters Deep, Anchor in the Storm, and When Tides Turn. So these are all just chilling in here. Okay, so this is the last little bit. This is in my closet. Sorry, there's clothes everywhere. But right here, you've got my Fruits Baskets collection manga. I've read 1 and 2, and I want to reread it and just read through the whole thing and see how I like it. I've got the Winter's Trilogy by Marie Rutkowski, Curse, Crime, and Kiss, Dewey the Library Cat, Winnie the Pooh, some Golden Books. I'll just have to show them another time. Then we've got Christine Miller, the collections here. I really liked book 1 through 3, and I need to read more of those. The Wonderland collection, I really need to get rid of that because I didn't even love Alice in Wonderland, the book, and I've already got the other book somewhere else. Anyway, The Case for Christ, The Excellent Wife, and Carrie Underwood, Find Your Path, and the Sailor Moon mangas. I loved Sailor Moon growing up, so I've got those. And then this is like This Rough Magic, A Song of Sixpence. So those are like some, I guess, old classics I found at a thrift store. And then down here, we've got lots of different non-fictions. So, I don't know if I can read these, but here you go. I ain't going to read these. You can see them. There's a ton of non-fiction there. So, yeah, we got some Max Lucado, Lisa Bevere, Lisa Turkhurst, some Charles Stanley. There you go. And then over here we have got random again, and a couple of Agatha Christie's, Nicholas Sparks, Casey West, things. The Hobbit's randomly chilling in there, and beneath a scarlet sky, I don't know what that is, historical. So this little shelf in here has just been chilling. This is like what my original shelf was before I did the upgrade. So there we are. And even more books in the closet, but Heartland, Blue Ridge Sunrise, Winter Brides, Love in Pieces. There you'll find me. What am I doing? Back here, we've kind of got some I feel like, I don't know if I'll read or not, but Unyielding Hope, I've already read The Best Yes, The Case for Faith, I do want to read, Step by Step, Stealing Jake, Blessing, Singer, oh, this is the Justice Game. I don't know if I'll read them for or not. I thought about unhauling them. Autism Mom's Survival Guide, I really enjoyed that. It helped me out a lot. Steel Heart, Rose Under Fire, Codename Verity, and You Belong With Me. So that's it for the bookshelf tour, y'all. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Let's discuss anything you want to in the comments about any of the books that I have or anything at all. Just leave those in the comments. I'd love to chat with you all. If y'all enjoyed this video, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye, y'all.